Over 1,000 people are reported killed in Syria following several days of clashes between security forces and followers of former President Assad. Israel cuts off all electricity supplies to Gaza, affecting the ability to get clean water days after it blocked all aid into the war-torn territory.
So the Americans, they should make no mistake, in trade as in hockey, Canada will win.
And Canada's next Prime Minister, Mark Carney, wastes no time in taking aim at Donald Trump.
Canada's next Prime Minister, Mark Carney, says his country will prevail in Donald Trump's trade war.
So the Americans, they should make no mistake, in trade as in hockey, Canada will win.
U.S. immigration authorities have arrested a Palestinian graduate student, Mahmoud Khalil, who played a prominent role in last year's pro-Palestinian protests at New York's Columbia University. Mr. Khalil's lawyer says that he's a permanent resident with a green card and was arrested by Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents on Saturday. A measles case has been confirmed in the U.S. state of Maryland. Officials say that it's not associated with an outbreak in Texas and New Mexico, which has killed 2 people and infected more than 200. Well, measles is highly contagious, spreading through respiratory droplets. It can linger in the air for up to 2 hours after an infected person leaves an area. Vaccination remains the best protection, but immunization rates have been declining in the United States, particularly since the COVID pandemic, which fueled a surge in vaccine misinformation. Romania has banned the far-right frontrunner in May's presidential election, Calin Georgescu, from taking part in the poll. It's led to clashes with police in Bucharest. May's vote was scheduled after the first round of November's presidential poll was annulled by Romania's constitutional court. It followed claims of Russian meddling in favour of Mr. Georgescu, who was the unexpected winner. Before we go, who will be the next James Bond? Well, actor Pierce Brosnan says it's a given that the next 007 should be British. In an interview with the Sunday Telegraph, the former Bond star suggested British talent should be prioritised when the franchise's new owners, Amazon MGM Studios, make their decision. James Bond's never been played by an American and has only been played by non-British actors twice, Australian George Lazenby and Brosnan himself. You're watching BBC News.
And before we go, in cricket, India have won the Men's Champions Trophy, comprehensively beating New Zealand in the final in Dubai. Captain Rohit Sharma was the top scorer with 76 runs, helping the tournament favourites chase down New Zealand's total of 252. India have had to fend off accusations of preferential treatment after they said security concerns meant they could only play on neutral ground rather than in Pakistan.
And the start of a crucial week of talks on the future of Ukraine as President Zelensky travels to Saudi Arabia.
It comes as President Trump claims the US is on the verge of easing its pause on sharing military intelligence with Ukraine.
Well, we just about have. I mean, we really just about have. And we want to do anything we can to get Ukraine to be serious about getting something done.
Just to bring you up to date now on that breaking news we've been bringing you in the last few minutes, and that is from the Vatican in Rome on the health of the Pope. Pope Francis is better. We are hearing that Pope Francis will be expected to remain in hospital for several more days. However, doctors at the Gemelli Hospital at the Vatican have said that he is the prognosis for him has been lifted in terms of the word guarded. So that's a much more positive outlook. He's shown a good response to treatment as well. They've also said that he remains stable in hospital and continues to improve. So just to bring you up to date with that, he of course has been battling pneumonia and bronchitis for, well, over 3 weeks now. And very recently, Pope Francis thanked medical staff at the Gemelli Hospital for looking after him and for their tender care. He hasn't been around for his weekly blessings, but he has been very much in the hearts and minds of all of those who, of course, are part of the Catholic Church and beyond. So just to bring you the very latest good news on the health of the Pope, although he is expected to remain in hospital for several days, the outlook looks like it is very much improving, according to doctors in Rome.
Today at 1, an oil tanker and a cargo ship have collided in the North Sea off the coast of East Yorkshire. This video sent to the BBC appears to show large clouds of smoke billowing from the oil tanker. We'll have the latest on that breaking news also on the programme this lunchtime. Ukrainian officials prepare for talks in Saudi Arabia on a ceasefire to stop the war with Russia after another wave of attacks over the weekend. The family of the murdered MP Sir David Amess say they are insulted and heartbroken by the government's decision not to hold a public inquiry into his killing.
This decision is an absolute insult and a betrayal to my family and our father's memory.
Ministers promised to clean up England's biggest lake, saying that Windermere has been contaminated by unacceptable levels of sewage pollution. And it could be on sale soon at a supermarket near you. Food grown not on a farm, but in a laboratory.